Hey everyone, I'm Derek with B&H, and I'm here with Sony's newest addition to the much lauded G Master lineup, the FE 50mm f1.2 G Master lens. The first prime lens in this focal range to wear the G Master badge, the 50 f1.2 makes its mark where it counts, with remarkable resolution all the way down to f1.2, sharpness across the entire frame, and incredibly fast autofocus that is neck and neck with the quickness and continuously evolving autofocus capabilities of the latest Sony Alpha cameras. Maintaining image integrity while shooting wide open and delivering lockstep speed with even the newest cameras, such as the Alpha 1, are feats in and of themselves. Now, the fact that Sony was able to do all this while maintaining the size of the Planar T 50 f1.4 at 108mm long and weighing 778 grams makes this lens a sight to behold and a pleasure to hold. In fact, with a filter size of 72mm, it makes you wonder how they managed to fit optics that are almost 40% larger than those of the 50 f1.4 into a body the same size. The combination of metal and engineering plastic helps keep the weight down, but trust me, this lens feels every bit as solid and durable as a professional grade lens is expected to feel. Clearly, the goal was not just to provide the superior performance of the G Master series, but to optimize every aspect of the user experience. In keeping the size down, Sony flexed the computer precision that goes into the construction of each and every lens. And what we've received is a lens that is incredibly responsive and smooth, whether focusing manually or with the autofocus. The 50mm 1.2 employs 4 extreme dynamic linear motors, which have been engineered for the very purpose of providing higher thrust to match the ever-increasing speed of today's cameras, and to precisely position the floating focus mechanism's focus groups quickly and quietly. This means fast, accurate autofocus that keeps up with the Alpha 1's 30 FPS continuous shooting, tracking performance precise enough to deliver sharp focus points at maximum aperture even while shooting 120p slow motion video, and operation quiet enough to record video with audio while autofocusing. And if you'd rather pull focus manually, the linear response manual focus of the focus ring felt incredibly smooth in its rotation and extreme exactness, making light work of even the most diminutive manual adjustments, even when working with the razor-thin depth of field provided by the maximum aperture. This really brings the joy back to manual focusing for those times when you want full control, like shooting video. The focusing felt fluid whether focusing quickly or more impressively while pulling focus very slowly, with no choppiness, which gives you the ability to pull off more professional quality focusing effects while shooting video. And it allows for minor adjustments in still photos without the focus skipping. The dust and moisture resistant body on the 50mm f1.2 features your standard focus mode switch, in addition to a variable aperture ring with auto setting and declickable operation via a conveniently located switch on the right side of the barrel for either tactile or smooth adjustments from f1.2 all the way to the minimum aperture of f16. But what takes the operation of this lens to an even more resourceful level is the 2 customizable focus hold buttons that are as easy to reach as they are helpful. We all know it's not about the good looks of the lens, but of the images it produces. And this lens delivers, producing stunning edge-to-edge sharpness with stifling control of ghosting, flare, and chromatic aberrations. All this, and consistent clarity and contrast across the frame, thanks to newly designed optics comprised of 14 elements in 10 groups, including 3 extreme aspherical elements and Sony's Nano AR2 coating. They really put a substantial amount of design forethought into the optical integrity of the images, down to the finest details. Finessing the extreme aspherical elements with surface precision 1/100th of a micron to combat the concentric circles in the bokeh, often referred to as onion bokeh. Sony's included tubular hood helps control flares, and the fluorine front element coating helps protect the lens from water and oil-based grime, keeping the surface cleaner and image quality less susceptible to dirt and smudges. Let's face it, many of us love fast lenses for their performance wide open, and the 50mm f1.2's performance at maximum aperture is exemplary. Whether shooting in direct sunlight with pleasing bokeh and suppressed fringing, or rendering contrast beautifully in low light. The 11-blade rounded diaphragm creates out-of-focus areas that fade softly away from the tack-sharp focus point for painterly color gradation from foreground to background, while helping to limit the outer diameter of the aperture mechanism. And a minimum focusing distance of just 15.7 inches with 0.17 times max magnification allow you to get up close and personal with your subjects, showcasing that superb resolution in every detail. The Sony FE 50mm f1.2 G Master lens is not only an extremely capable prime lens in one of the most widely utilized focal ranges, It is a fitting addition to a growing family of lenses dedicated to performance, precision, and the pursuit of perfecting optics. As we see camera technology take huge strides in areas such as autofocus and video capabilities, it's great to see a lens that so seamlessly matches the stellar hybrid performance of Sony's latest cameras. A 50mm lens is that go-between focal range that always seems to work for the shot, regardless of what you're taking photos or video of. And no matter what kind of photographer you are, this is a lens that fits in your kit. Literally. I'm Derek with B&H. Catch y'all next time.